this man. Does anybody know who the conductor of the San Francisco Symphony Orchestra is? Michael Tilson Thomas. He's the grandson of the guy who discovered him and brought him to the United States, Boris Tomaszewski. He brought him to the United States and put him in a comedy, a song, a place. This guy could dance, he could sing, he could do comedy. During the 20s, this was written in 1925, but during the 20s in the United States, he was in dozens of musicals, this guy. Very high energy level. He had a very unique style. Some people called him, Al Jolson. They saw Al Jolson. They used to say Al Jolson was like Lebedev. They referred to him that way. All right. So, what is this song about? This song has absolutely no merit whatsoever. The words. I mean, there's nothing here. It's just banging away with words and so on. It's a lot of fun to sing. He says it's a wonderful land. Once there was a sweet land, a fine land, and you could get whatever your heart desires in Romania, a glass of wine, that kind of stuff. And he says, life is so good, no one knows of care. Everywhere they're drinking wine, and they have a bite of cașaval. That's a Romanian hors d'oeuvre. In Romania, life is so good, no one knows of worry. They drink wine, though it's late. They have a bite of castrovet. It's another piece of Romanian food. And he says, by the way, I'm going ahead of myself. Oh, my help, I'm going crazy. I only care for brins and mamaliga. That's cornbread, cornmeal. I dance and jump up to the ceiling when I eat patlashela. So what are we talking about? A guy who likes Romanian wine and all these foods. There's nothing here, all right? And then he says, Romanians drink wine and eat mamaliga, and he who kisses his own wife is the one who is crazy. Where did that come from? All right. That's why I said there's nothing here. And then he says something which took me such a long time before I had the words in English. There's a phrase, and if you go to shul and I don't know about Reform, but I don't think that Reform do this, but I know Conservative do, and I know Orthodox do. After you read the Haftorah, and there's blessings after the Haftorah, then the next line when you continue the service, does anybody know what that phrase is? No, it's before Ashrei. It's like 2 pages before. It's not in Hebrew. It's in Aramaic. Yokom porkon min shemaya. And that phrase means may salvation comes from heaven. May salvation come from heaven. Now, look what he does. He starts this next stanza with a phrase in Aramaic from the Siddur. Where are we going with this thing? All right? And then he says, after he says, may salvation come from heaven, he says, listen to this, stop and kiss the cook, Chaya. The cook's name is Chaya. You should kiss her. Where's this going? And then he says, and then he says, she's dressed in rags and in tatters, all right? But she's making kugel for the Sabbath. And then he says, Moshe Chaim, that's his friend, Moshe Chaim comes along and takes away the best piece of kugel. It's probably the corner end. Everybody goes after the corner. And then he says, Moshe Chaim Boris Shmuel, that's another friend, Boris Shmuel, he comes along and tickles her. Chaya, the cook, he tickles her like that. On the sly. He's kicking her on the sly. And the girl pouts. Alas, she seems unwilling, but allows it. So this is becoming a little pornographic here, all right? And then he ends up the whole thing by saying, it's good to kiss a lass, a young girl, when she is sweet 16. When one kisses an old maid, she begins to grumble. That's the way the thing ends. What do we got here? Nothing, all right? But it sounds good. I mean, it actually sounds good. And it goes like this. Romania, 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 Gewein amul alanda zisa ashene. Romania, 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 Gewein amul alanda zisa afeine.
Dort zu weinen ist Vergnügen, was das Hasslos kennst du kriegen, a Mammeligele, a Pastromele, a Karnatzele und a Gläsele Weine. Ei, in Rumänien ist doch Finkendeiges, weiß man nicht, Wein trinkt man überall, mir verbeißt der Castro, weil hei digge digge dam, digge 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 dam, hei digge digge dam, digge digge dam, hei digge digge dam, digge digge dam, hei digge digge dam, digge digge dam. Ein Rumänien ist doch Finkendeiges, weiß man nicht, Wein trinkt man's wechseln spät, mir verbeißt der Castro, weil hei digge digge dam, digge dam, hei digge digge dam, digge dam, hei digge digge dam, digge dam, hei digge digge dam, digge dam. Ein Rumänien ist doch Finken sorgen, weiß man nicht, Wein trinkt man's weg sein Schmerz, mir verbeißt der Castro weg. Hei digge digge dam, digge digge dam, hei digge digge dam, digge digge dam, hei digge digge dam, digge digge dam, hei digge digge dam, digge digge. Oi gewaltig wer mir schicke, lebt nur Prinzen, Mama liege, tanzen freilich bis der Stelle, wenn ich es a Pattler schelle, sing ma, deideli dam, sing ma, deideli dam, sing ma, deideli dam, sing ma, deideli dam. Ei, zusammen Chaya, besser kann nicht sein, ei, a Vergnügen ist nur rumänisch Wein. Die Rumänen trinken Wein, essen Mama liege, wer es küsst ein eigen Weib, jener ist Mischige, ha, bum bum, deideli dam, bing bing, deideli dam, sing sing, deideli dam, bing bam, deideli dam. Ei, zusammen Chaya, besser kann nicht sein, ei, a Vergnügen ist nur rumänisch Wein. Ei, tschala, tschak, 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 hei digge digge dam, hei digge digge dam, tschak, jokom porkom mische Mai, stecken Kiste, Kerte, Chaya, die Tonnen auf des Chabens, macht der Kugel, Hobbit, Schabet, setz, deideli dam, setz, deideli dam, setz, deideli dam, setz, deideli dam, is Moshe Chaim, umgekommen der beste Heilig Zug, in dem Moshe Chaim, Boris, wie hat der Kitzel in der Stiel, setz, deideli dam, setz, deideli dam, setz, deideli dam, setz, deideli dam, und das Mädel nebel bloßer, und sie will nicht nur, sie lässt so zu, ei, dei, 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 geht zu Kischen ist Hamburg, wenn sie es als Sechsen, wenn man kischt ein alter Moin, hängt sie ja zu Krächsen, setz, deideli dam, setz, deideli dam, setz, deideli dam, setz, deideli dam, ei, zusammen Chaya, besser kann nicht sein, ei, a Vergnügen ist nur rumänisch Wein, hey, hey, hey.